like most of all, I'm just gonna miss my friends and the environment here at Monte Vista. Missing like, just like, I don't know. It's like the feeling you get at being at Monte Vista. You don't get it anywhere else.
August 2016 meant not only the start of a new school year, but also the start of some new changes that were brought to Monte Vista. Though the changes didn't affect the 2020 freshmen, the seniors saw significant differences both in everyday and special events.
I love the new tutorial. Then, I guess class of 2020 wouldn't realize this, but that's just tremendous. That's such a good benefit for everyone. The fact that it's become the norm now. Monday and Thursday you have tutorial, and Friday is the weird one out. That kind of blows my mind a little bit. But they can, on Monday, everyone's tired. People might have some leftover homework from the weekend. Just in general, having an extra day, knowing that you can talk to teachers, that you can, even if it's just like a brunch to you, it's great to have an extra break time.
In terms of what leadership is in, I think the biggest change was homecoming. Just because I remember I participated a lot sophomore year and junior year, and back then I realized that it was always the same group of people working on the same thing, and it was hard to branch out and really get more people involved.
This year, pretty much the biggest change was for homecoming, how we did skits and dances versus quad decks, and that was a huge change, but I really enjoyed it. I participated in the skit and the dance, and it was like an experience. You get to a lot of people from the class participates, and all of the performances were really enjoyable to watch, and it's like adding to the homecoming experience.
So I think with the changes that we made this year, I know many people have said this, but it's basically like we made these changes to get more people involved, and it did work in that there are many people that you wouldn't expect to be a part of like a big activity like homecoming.
Oh, I think homecoming's new. The fact that we took away quad decks and added homecoming skits, great. It involves so many more people in the skit. Senior class had some 40, 50 dancers and skit performers and stuff. That was cool. You can really see the class itself coming together, and not just the unfortunate reality that only maybe 10, 15, 20 people come to quad decks, and ultimately it's a lot more of the leadership class pulling things together as opposed to leadership really getting everyone else involved as well. So yeah, I do like the new homecoming acts, skits and stuff.
It lessens the competitiveness of homecoming, and you're just kind of supporting all the other classes. Hope you do great in your skit, hope you do great in your dance, and it's just a really positive environment.
Now that the others have moved on, there are certain things that only happened in 2013 that only they will understand.
We were the one year that was right in the middle of construction. We had never seen the old cafeteria, and my whole freshman year we had never seen the new cafeteria. So we were kind of in this limbo state. There were all these food trucks all the time. We'd have to wait through these long lines. And then I remember seeing the new cafeteria open up, and that was crazy.
They were constructing the new cafeteria and new rally court area, and that whole year it was just that area's blocked off, and you don't really go into that area. And then we had 2 food trucks just right next to the gym, and it's crazy to think about how no other classes had seen that. And then just a couple years ago, it was a completely different cafeteria and all of that, and it looks really nice now, but I can barely remember what it looked like in freshman year anymore and stuff like that.
It sucked. I came in freshman year, so I didn't even realize, but it's such a hassle to walk around the fencing that was around half the rally court. To get to the band room, which was my 6th period, I had to walk basically the whole the outer edge along the main gym just to get to the F buildings. Once that opened up, that whole hallway opened up, plus the food got so much better with the cafeteria, and the fact that we don't have to wait in one line, we can just go into the cafeteria, grab food, and then go to the payment line is such a benefit. I don't know if the other classes realize this. Yeah, and just food trucks in general are just a hassle. Having to drive in every morning, I saw them for morning practice, and setting up, blocking off that whole side of the walkway too, which was where we went to class. That was really a struggle.
So what have they gained from the 3.5 years? Millions of students go to high school, but they each experience a different story. So what has MV taught them, and what will they miss, and how do they feel about leaving Monte Vista High School?
Junior year wasn't easy in terms of my grades, but I feel like it's all worth it because the experience that I gained out of those activities are worth more than like the effects that it had on my grades, and especially since like for college apps, you know, you have to write about like your experiences and activities and stuff like that. I feel like I was able to. It was pretty easy for me to write just because there's so many things that I was part of.
There hasn't been a time at Monte Vista where I can say it wasn't fun. Like, although there's like stress pretty much just like almost constantly like throughout the year. It might be like pretty low stress at some point, but it's like still stressful, and then it gets really really high at some points, and then it's just part of the Monte Vista experience as a whole, and it's, I wouldn't say it's like it made Monte Vista any less fun. Monte Vista and like the spirit of our rallies, our events that we do at school, the teachers that we have here, and then the connections that I have with teachers, with other students.
Like all the things that have happened, it's been hectic, but it's also been a great, I don't know, I thought it was really fun, but it's a crazy kind of fun, so sometimes like you can't handle it. Or for me, like sometimes I can't handle it and I need time to myself, but like my past 4 years here at Monte Vista there have been many ups and downs, but mainly ups, so I feel like it's crazy but in a good way.
I feel like most people tend to be on the excited side. I'm actually very much not. I really like Monte Vista. You know, no one really likes the stress part of it, but I think it's shaped me to who I am, and you know, the relationships I've had here, the teachers I met, even some teachers who have like left campus I'm still really close with, and just the high school experience. I have a really close group of guy friends, and like I will be really sad to I will miss seeing them every day during lunch, and just the relationships I've made, people I've come to know.
I just wouldn't give it up for anything else. Although like the stress is definitely up there, it gets to you at times, but it's really really fun. After 4 years of it, I can't believe it's like coming to an end pretty soon. It's like kind of sad to think about.